Welcome to the Michael Singer Podcast, presented by Sounds True, in partnership with Shanti Publications. For more information about Michael Singer's work, access to all prior episodes, and information about upcoming releases, we invite you to join us at michaelsingerpodcast.com.
Jaggered Jam Masters. Things look very, very different if you're looking from the bottom up versus the top down. Humans, in general, pretty much all of them, look from the bottom up. I'm not okay. Things are not okay. Things have not been okay. Things might later not be okay. And I'm struggling. That's looking from the bottom up. Because when you look up, you look at your past, which you stored, and it doesn't always look so pleasant. It doesn't always look like, boy, am I glad that happened, does it? And what I hope you realize, the future hasn't happened yet. It's just reality. But you think about it. There's only one way you think about your future. You project your past into the future. So if you had a terrible relationship with somebody in the past, when you think about the future, either you're afraid of having a relationship or you want to make sure it's not like that again. In both cases, you're projecting that incident, that situation in your past, how you think about the future. That seems reasonable to you. It's not. Why? You have not stored everything from your past evenly. You stored the things that bother you the most, the strongest. And you stored, to be nice, you also stored those which were most pleasant, like beyond the pale, really strong. You stored them, and you project them into what you want to happen. If you never had that really, really nice experience, then when you look into the future, you wouldn't be looking at that. It could be anything. But because that's what you stored, listen to me, because that's what you stored inside your heart and inside your mind. Those are energy patterns that didn't make it through. You stored them inside. Now, when the consciousness looks through the veil of mind and heart, the same thing, and they're the one's a vibrational, emotional thing, and the other's a intellectual thinking thing, but they have the same base, the same foundation, the same concept. When you look from the consciousness from under and you look down into your heart and into your mind, any thoughts about your future, you see, they just happen by themselves. Maybe I'm the first person to tell you that. Take a look at them. They're based on your past experiences. There's no way that stuff's going on. Either you look at it positively about your past experience, oh, it'll happen again, or negative about your past experience, I hope it doesn't happen again. But your whole projection of the future is based upon your past. And you look at me like, well, why would he bother saying that? Of course it's that way. I don't know. Hers isn't the way yours is. His isn't the way yours is. Have another incident a year ago, forget a month ago, forget a day ago, and all of a sudden your vision of the future changes. Because you're looking through the veil of your mind. And I teach you over and over again, and I never see anybody get it. Your mind is so insignificant. It's full of it. Full of what? Full of your experiences. Well, isn't that important? Of course not. There's 8.3 billion people having experiences every single day, been going on from the beginning of time, but yours is important? Why is yours important? It's not true that you are the center of the universe. Not even close. You'll be here, you're gone tomorrow. The Earth's been here for what? 4.5 billion years. How long are you going to be here? 80, 90, 100? Aren't I important? No. In relationship to you, you are. But in relationship to what's going on, and that's just the Earth, 4.5 billion years. What about the rest of the stars? What about the whole universe with all the galaxies and every exoplanet and every black hole? You're more important than them, right? No, it's changing the world. You just think you are. I'm not trying to belittle you. When it's said and done, If you'll listen to me, your life will be so beautiful and so free and so open every moment for the rest of your life. Instead, you're sitting there saying, my life's about me, and me is about the experiences I had, and I either want to have them again or I don't have them again. Now struggle. Go on. Struggle. Fight. Try to attract them. Try to force them. Just do whatever you can to try to make what you're projecting into the future and have stored from the past either happen again or not happen again, depending upon you particularly liked or didn't like it. Somebody standing next to you liked the thing you didn't like. The exact same experience. But it's not the same experience because it came in through your veil. Yours came in through your veil. Theirs came in through their veil. What's their veil? The stored stuff you store from your past. Theirs is totally different. That's why people don't see things the same way. But I'm right. Of course you think you're right. You say, I didn't make this up. I had that experience. That's the experience I had when this happened. So I know what I'm talking about. How many other people had experiences that were totally different than yours about the same thing? And how many things will happen next year to you that will make your experiences change because you had another experience? It's a work in process in there. Like everything's processing it. But the net result is, I know it's hard. I don't see you smiling. I don't see you laughing. I see staring there dumbfounded. If I say what is going on inside of you is completely meaningless. And now there's a level at which it's not. But if you're looking from the bottom up, and that's what you're doing, you stored all this stuff in there. Now you're looking up to see how you can make it a little better in there. You don't sit there, wake up in the morning and say, oh boy, everything's always happened the way I wanted it to. I feel so high, so beautiful. I can't wait. I don't care what happens next because it's all going to be beautiful because everything's always been beautiful. Which one do you wake up like that? You wake up, oh my God, I hope this doesn't happen. Why did I say that? Should I apologize or no? Should I just stand by my guns and people shouldn't walk all over me? What are you doing in there? You're talking about your past and projecting it to the future. And there's no moment you ever haven't done that unless you go way deep inside and let go of yourself. That is what's going on in there. And you think it's reasonable because it's the only data you have. You don't have the data of experiences you didn't have, do you? What's the weight? Here, let's be a statistician. What weight do you give to the experiences you never had? What weight do you give to the experiences you did have? 0, 1 billion. Right or wrong? Is that right? Is that statistically reasonable? It's ridiculous. So I fill a computer with the experiences data. It's just data. Experiences are data. They're data. They're not anything. They're just data. The things that happen, and you stored them, all right? You stored data. And you think because when your mind thinks about it, you know that it's right because I'm not stupid. I experienced it. Men are terrible. You don't get married, you're going to get divorced just like I did. It'll hurt a lot too. What are you talking about? About you. And you're projecting it onto everybody else and everything and all your thought patterns. It's hard for you to get out. It's like the fish doesn't know it's in water. It's never out. That's just the environment it has always lived in. This is the environment you have always lived in. I like it, psychology calls them very nicely, your formative years. What are those? The experience that you had while you were growing up. Why are they the formative years? Because they had a higher weight. You only had 5 or 10, 20 experiences when you're little, compared to how many you're going to have for the rest of your life. Therefore, those made a bigger impression. They stay with you. I don't know. My mother didn't pick me up. I was in the crib and I cried and she didn't love me. There you are. That's a foundational thing you got going in there. Mommy doesn't really love me. Or Daddy loved my sister better. He always hugged her first. When did that go on? I don't know, since I was 2. How old are you now? 73. How's your relationship with your dad? Ha, ha, ha. How's your relationship with your sister? Ha, ha, ha. You stored this stuff. It made an impression on your mind. Did it have to? No. But you're not enlightened, and therefore you don't know about that. You've never experienced what it would be like to be clean, to be open, really open, to be ready and willing to experience the experiences you're having without judging, without fighting, without making a right and wrong and good and bad and preferred and not preferred. You label every single one of them, and then you store it. And that's what you see in your future. And all I can say is, I can talk about it all till I'm blue in the face, and people don't get it. You don't get it. Because you're too enmeshed. It's like, how to explain to that fish that he's in water? I am not. He never went out. Okay? And humans have never gotten out of this bubble that they built inside their minds. And they say, well, that's all I have. It is not all you have. Not even close. Not even close. It's nothing. What do you mean? You are the consciousness who is looking at those thoughts. You're the consciousness aware of those thoughts. You're the consciousness aware of the feelings. Are you not? Do you have feelings? How do you know? No one asks you that. Just, yeah, but I don't like that one. You're right down in it. Instead of understanding, I know I'm having feelings because I'm in here having the feelings. Well, you who's having the feelings are not the feelings. It's always a case of subject-object. You are the awareness of being. It is what you're aware of. You listen to me. This is a light shining on an object. The light is not the object. It illumines the object, but that light can move. It doesn't have to stay on that object. The light is a different substance, a different essence than the object it's shining on. Consciousness is a totally different thing than what it is aware of. Do you not know you have thoughts? Who's in there notices that the mind won't shut up? Will your mind shut up anytime you want it to? No. How do you know? Not what I do about it. That's how my teachings are so different, right? You want to hear techniques, and fine. Yes, they're wonderful. There's so many techniques. All of these things are wonderful, and you need them. But I'm telling you, if you're in there noticing your heart hurts, I want to know who notices. I'm more interested in who's noticing the heart hurts than I am that the heart hurts. Oh, yes, there's reasons. Yes, you loved him. Yes, he left you. I'm not making little of it. Oh, yes, a lot of pain, a lot of loss. Don't make little of it. It's real. All right? How do you know? Ever since he died, I feel so lonely. I don't know what to do. I can't find a handle. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know that's what you feel? I'm looking you in the eyes because I'm in here feeling it. It's a very easy answer because I'm in here being aware that I'm looking down and that's what I see. Well, that is very spiritual. That's not psychology. That's deep spirituality. And guess what? You're it all the time. Don't sit there and think, how can I grow spiritually? You're the most spiritual thing that ever walked the face of the earth. That consciousness that is aware is God. God is awareness of being. That consciousness has an essence. Does that beam over there, the piece of wood, does it know that I'm looking at it? Does anything know other than a conscious entity? Consciousness is a thing in the universe. Awareness, consciousness is awareness. You're conscious of something, you're aware of something. Understand that? There's a subject, you, this thing called consciousness, and then what you're aware of. The trouble is that you get so caught in what you're aware of that you can't find your way back to the consciousness. And back's not even the right word because you're there being conscious. If you weren't conscious, you wouldn't have a problem. But you're conscious of it and you're getting into it, and therefore you're lost in it. Therefore it becomes your whole world. The part that's pulling you in, that's addicted, you're addicted to what you're looking at, then it gets so addictive, just like a person with drugs or alcohol, you become so addicted that your whole life becomes about it. Your whole life is about you. No, it's about my children. Oh, that word, I, me, mine. They all tie back to you, don't they? They all tie back to this inner thing that is staring at the mind. How do you know that's your child? The point is, you're in there. You know you're in there. You can't prove you're in there. You don't have to, do you? All right? Are you in there? I'm asking you. Have you ever not been in there? You don't understand. I do this with you all the time. When you go to sleep, and they say you leave the conscious mind, that's just noise, words, right? When you go to sleep, are you still conscious? When you go to sleep, does consciousness still exist inside of you? Well, I don't know. You ever have dreams? Are you aware, notice the word, aware that you have dreams? Is it not the same part that's aware you have dreams that is aware of the outside world when you wake up? It's the same consciousness. When you wake up, you say, I had this amazing dream. I was flying, and I went like Icarus up toward the sun. And used the word I 15 times there. Is that the same I who's saying, I had this dream? I was flying? Of course, it's the same sense of awareness. You're calling it I. I'm the one who's talking to you. Yeah, I am. I'm the one who had the dream. I had this experience in the dream. What about when you went to sleep and you didn't have a dream? You didn't dream at all night. Has it ever happened? How do you know? You wake up, I slept so deep, I didn't even have any dreams. There's that I again. Who was there noticing there were no dreams? I don't do seminars, you know that. Why? I would just keep you here for a couple of years and talk to you like this, so that you would have to pay attention that you're in there. That's all spirituality is. Master called it self-realization. Who's in there noticing the thoughts? Not, oh, I wish I was in witness consciousness. You are in witness consciousness. You're just pulled into the object, but you who's noticing are still noticing. You could come to me and say, I notice that when thoughts get negative, my heart starts hurting. And if I try to do a mantra, good, I'm wonderful, thank you, I'm glad you told me. How do you know? How do you know that when your thoughts get negative, your heart starts hurting? How do you know that when you start doing a mantra, things get better? How do you know? It's the same you. It's the self, the Atman, the soul. Give it whatever name you want. You are the essence of your being. If you didn't have consciousness, you don't exist. But you're aware of things, and they pull you. I talk about it all the time. Generally have the talk of, why are you lost in there? Because the objects are so distracting. You hear me? They are so strong. They're like a big loud boom. How could I sit here and listen to when a loud boom took place, or a bright light shone, or I had a thought that bothered me while you were talking? Who's in there noticing that the mind and the emotions got disturbed? It's consciousness being lost in the object of consciousness. That's why. So, a spiritual discussion from this point becomes, wouldn't it be nice to stay back there? Where? What is witness consciousness? You're already witnessing the thoughts, or you wouldn't know they were there. You're already witnessing the emotions, you wouldn't know they were there. But there's a difference between lost in them and witnessing them. What's the difference? There's a distance. There's a detachment. I'm here watching my mind. I'm having a bad mind day. How do you know? I notice. Does it bother you to have a bad mind day? No, they come and they go. I had them before, been there, done that. That's seated more in witness. You're noticing. You're not being pulled in. You're not freaking out. What do I do? Maybe I should get divorced. I don't know. Maybe it's my husband. Maybe it's my wife. I don't know. There. That is, you're still noticing, or you wouldn't be talking like that. But you're lost in what you're noticing. Fair enough? As opposed to, I'm noticing what I'm noticing. Ooh, how do I get the words right? I'm still here noticing from behind. Where consciousness is, it's always behind. Just like the light, when it shines on something, is behind what it's shining on, right? So the consciousness is looking at the thoughts, looking at the emotions. When you're in witness consciousness, the real state of witness consciousness, you're not doing anything. I'm going to try to be the witness. Not a chance in the world will you try to be the witness. Why? Because you who's trying to be the witness is the mind lost, not witness. Real witness consciousness, what is it? What's going on that I'm looking at is not distracting enough to pull me into it. Okay, well, it's not pulling you into it. Where do you end up? I just being here now. I'm here, and sure, things are going on. Thoughts get created, a little thing, but they're not who I am. I'm the one who's noticing all this. That's witness consciousness, all right? And for those of you, I don't usually talk directly about witness consciousness because there's so many concepts and teachings. I'm going to prove you right now, every one of you experience witness consciousness all the time. Ready? Look in front of you. Do you see what's there? How hard was that? Did you have to use will? You are in a state of witness consciousness where the awareness is aware without effort. Until somebody does something that you either really, really like or really, really don't like, then you're not objectively observing. You're lost in what pulled your consciousness down to that object. Now you're not in witness consciousness. Now you're in lost. You fell from the garden. But I'm saying anytime you want to know what witness consciousness is like, just driving down the road, going to school, doing whatever it is, and just once in a while, just open your eyes and say, do I see what's there? Yeah. Did I have to do practices and meditate for 6 hours and do mantras and do all kinds of things and go to Timbuktu and Nepal and all kinds of places and meet all the great masters and the great gurus and get Shaktipat and do I need to do all those things? No, it's natural. It's just there. So as long as you're not being pulled down into one object to where you get lost in that object, you are in witness consciousness. So I'm telling you that 99% of your life you're in witness consciousness. You see all kinds of things. You just see them. Wait, don't the Buddhists have a thing called just seeing? Just seeing, very Zen. That's what you're doing all day, unless you get caught. What does getting caught mean? That conscious isn't just seeing, it got pulled down there, they got to do something about it because they don't like what it's seeing. Just seeing doesn't mean I like or I don't like what I'm seeing. It means just seeing. And you see trees, and you see people, and you see grass, and you see birds, and you see sky all the time. 99% of all the time, probably way higher, all the time, stuff's coming through your senses, and you're just seeing them. That is literally what Zen means by just seeing. It's no different. That is just seeing. That is a Zen concept of just seeing. Well, there's nothing to it. Yeah, try it. Try not getting pulled into what your girlfriend said or what your boyfriend said, or the fact that the tree fell down on the road and almost hit your car for the next 5 hours. That's all that's going on in your mind. You can't just see. You're being drawn out of that seat of consciousness, of objective. Krishnamurti called it objective observation. You're just seeing. There's no purpose. So I've taught you this. Pretty nice. You understand that? Nice to compliment you. Say you all know witness consciousness outside. Now, do you understand what I just taught you outside? Is that not true? That the vast majority of every single thing comes in, you just see it. You don't do anything about it. Nothing to do. Nowhere to go. Okay, that's great. Now, have that inside. It's the same consciousness. You just told me it's the same consciousness. But inside, the thoughts and the emotions are not objective observation. If all of a sudden his thoughts and emotions came into me, I couldn't care less. They don't touch me. Okay, fine. Your father loves your sister better. I don't even know your sister. I don't know your father. And I understand. Give me my setback so I can get upset. Do you understand that? I got a history of mine. Everything bothers me inside. Everything reminds me of a thing I had. I never had your experiences. So the concept of getting objective observation inside, that's what Zen really means, all right? That you can be in there and just notice, just like I notice there's people going by that I don't know, and trees going by that I don't think about, and leaves falling off of them, and clouds passing by. I am objectively observing those, am I not? Objective, meaning no judgment, objective observation. You're doing it all the time, okay? Now, go inside. Let's see you do the exact same thing. It's the same consciousness inside. You can't even do it for a minute, okay? It's like, what happens? It starts talking about something in there that's not objective to me. About my divorce and about what my sister did and about my father did and about what might happen tomorrow. There's one will get you. Do you ever worry? Now, there's objective observation for you. What, are you kidding me? It's the most subjective thing could possibly be. What do you worry about? She doesn't worry about that. You weren't worried about that yesterday. It's just basically, it gets in there and your mind starts making up all this stuff because of the past experience you had that bothered you and you're afraid it's going to happen again, right? Or you wish it might happen again, whatever. And the next thing you know, you're not objective at all, ever. It's not a natural state like it is outside. And even if I sit there and tell you you're objective outside, you give me a funny look. Why? You are objective outside, but not inside. And since the inside is going at the same time as you're taking in the outside, that ain't objective at all in there. So you can't see objectively outside. Otherwise, there's pictures on a wall. If I don't know anything about them, I have no experience with them, there's just pictures on a wall. If I have a thing going about these gurus and all kind of stuff is that, then I'm not objectively seeing the pictures. I'm liking them, not liking them, and judging them. Okay? So I can't objectively see outside because the inside is not objective. Why is it not objective? Because the stuff that's stored in there doesn't pass right by like it does if you just look outside. So it pulls you down into it. Why? Because you can't handle it. You're unable to handle it. I've talked about that before. You can't handle things that people say. You can't handle things that people do. And not just that. You can't handle things that people might do. Is it true or not? Do you have trouble inside if you have a thought about what somebody might do or might not do? Now, there's a nice one. Okay? It's bad enough that I have trouble with something that somebody might do. That's like a given event. I have trouble with what things a person might not do. Well, there's billions of things they might not do. At least there's only one that they might do. Oh my God. Do you see why we're so screwed up? We built this model inside the mind that will never be okay. It can't be okay because it stored the past in there and it labeled the past. Liked, disliked, good, bad, right, wrong, didn't it? And it stored it with the labels. It didn't go through objective. We can't. We were having a very nice talk about the word objective observation. That's not objective. That's subjective. Correct? Good, bad, right, wrong, better, worse, preferable. Those are subjective things. Objective means they're just objects. These are what they are. They're thoughts. Seen one, seen them all. But we can't do that, can we? Because we stored this stuff in here, and now the thoughts that come up are tagged about like and dislike, good and bad. And we're lost in both. If it's good, I want it to happen again. I think about how can I make it happen again? Why is it not happening again? How can I get it to happen again? If it's bad, I don't want it to happen again. I'm worried it might happen again. How do I make sure it's not happening again? I think the way she's looking at me, once somebody looked at me that way and they said they liked me and then they hurt me bad, I don't want her looking at me. Oh, you're weird in there. The reason is because you can't handle things. The problem is not there are things. There's 100 billion, zillion, quillion things all the time. But you can't handle the one that's in front of you. There's 87 trillion billion things going at the same time. There's only one in front of you. There's 8.3 billion people on the planet Earth. Something like that. One person is standing in front of you dissing you. All right? Okay, there's 8.3 billion not dissing you, maybe. Who knows? Who cares? You do, all right? Because you stored this junk inside. It's called the ego, the self-concept. Experiences came in and you didn't let them go through. I'm back to what I always teach you about. They can go through. You don't have to own them. They can come through. Here's a person who doesn't like me. Okay, it's just an experience in life. There will be people that don't like you. No, yes. There will be people that say things that are nice to you. Are you okay with that? No. Why would I be okay with that? Because if you're not okay with it, it's going to stay inside and bother you for the rest of your life. If you are okay with it, it'll come and go. Doesn't mean you can't deal with it. I always have to caveat. Just because I handled it doesn't mean I don't deal with it. If somebody's threatening me and literally you realize it's threatening your body, threatening your health, threatening something like that, all right? First handle it. All right? Now what? Go call the police. Tell the principal. I'm not telling you don't do anything about it. What I try to get across is you're not acting because you can't handle it. You're acting because you can handle it. That's a big difference. If you're a person that is clear and centered, an event is taking place that needs to be dealt with, not because you can't handle it. That's the reason we deal with things, because we're trying to make it a way we can handle. Well, that's very personal. And that's where a mess comes from. I can't handle how you're talking to me. Don't you dare talk to me like that ever again. You sit on the couch for 3 weeks. What are you doing? I'm trying to manipulate the outside world because I can't handle it. No decision, no word you will ever say is as clear and as productive as, okay, fine. That's how they talk to me. That's what they did. I can handle it. Now, how do I handle it? How do I handle it outside? Now they can handle it inside. I don't know how to say it to you. If you can't handle it inside, everything you're going to do outside, it's going to cause karma. It's going to cause trouble. You sit there and yell at the person. You sit there and divorce the person. You sit there and do whatever you need to do, throw pots and pans. They deserved it. I'm sure it looks that way. That's because you couldn't handle it. You have to get the bottom line is I couldn't handle it, therefore that's what I did about it. The point is if you can't handle it, you're the wrong person to be dealing with it. What if you went to somebody and said, I want you to fix my car? I can't handle that request. No, I can't. Then they're the wrong person to give your car to. Do not give it to them. And if you sit there and somebody comes to you and says, blah, 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 and you say, I can't handle you. I can't handle that. Then what are you going to do? You're going to try and make it so you can handle it. How? By manipulating the situation so it doesn't bother you. And that means manipulating and trying to control the outside world so they change, not you. And there's nothing wrong with working. I get this across. So subtle. You do not act out of an attempt for you. That's just about me. I can't handle it. So everything I'm doing is try to make it so I can handle it. I'm telling you, you will make a mess. I don't know if you ever noticed. You're putting energy out there that is manipulative and controlling. Obviously, the person's not naturally that way because they're doing what they're doing naturally, but you can't handle it. So the best you can do is manipulate them, make them suppress, leave them, run away. I don't know. And I'm telling you, every single thing you put out there that's because you can't handle it is not good energy. That energy, it didn't feel good inside, did it? Therefore, you pushed it out. And you did a deed at a vibrational level. You threw it out into that world, and it's a mess. As opposed to, yes, it's difficult. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's not comfortable. But I can handle that. It doesn't mean that you can handle what the person said or did. It means you can handle your reaction to what the person said or did. Yes, what they said or did was not nice. Okay, it didn't feel good. I'm not lying. I'm not saying it did feel good. I can handle that it didn't feel good. See the difference? I'm in here. I'm conscious. I'm aware that it doesn't feel good. I'm not, so whatever they used to call it, I always forget this. What? Spiritual bypassing. I'm not bypassing it. It's right there in my face. It's the opposite of spiritual bypassing. I'm spiritually inviting it. Okay, this doesn't feel good. Can you handle that it doesn't feel good? You understand? You can. You're just in there experiencing something. I wish you would just think, at the same time you're experiencing that, how many other experiences are going on over the universe? There's just one that you happen to be interacting with. And so you sit there and say, I can handle it. How do you do it? You're going to find out your tendency is to protect yourself. Your tendency is to say, I can't handle this. It doesn't feel good. I don't want it going on, and I'm going to protect myself. Either by running away, fight or flight. That's what you do when you need to protect yourself, right or wrong. Okay? You do it, don't you? All right? As opposed to, I feel the tendency of the need to protect myself, and where I got, and it worked really good, what are you protecting yourself from? A vibrational energy that came into you. A reactive energy that went on inside of you. It's your own energy. So the event took place, it came in, and based on your past experiences, it created a reaction, a vibrational. What does a reaction mean? An action came back, okay? It was a reaction, and you couldn't handle it, and therefore you tried to push it away. Well, what do I do instead of pushing it away? I don't like it. What do I do? It's there. It's in my face. I feel it. I'm feeling anger. I'm feeling insecurity. I'm feeling jealousy. I'm feeling, what do I do? If you push it away, it stays. If you push it away, it stays. It will come back. You'll think about it more. You have dreams about it. You're in there. You witness what's going on in there. I don't like it, so I'll keep it. So it'll bother me for the rest of my life. Okay. What's the alternative? Okay. So nothing to say, okay, you're right. I won't keep it. What does that mean? It means when the energy comes in and you feel, you feel it. You feel the tendency to resist. What is the opposite of resistance? Acceptance. I am resisting the energy. I am accepting the energy. I am pushing the energy away. I am allowing the energy to pass through. Please, if you've never understood it before and going very slow, do you understand that? Surrender is not something you do outside. Doesn't mean you let people tell you what to do or this and that. Surrender means it came in. I feel resistant to it. I surrender the resistance. I let go. There. That's called letting go. That's called surrendering. It means I feel the tendency to resist and I don't. It's like, watch my hands. It takes energy to resist something. It takes consciousness focusing on it to where it pays so much attention that it becomes a big deal, as opposed to it's just another event in the universe. Everything's just another event in the universe. It's not special because it's happening to you. It's just an event in the universe. But that's a very high state. But along the way, that's why I always do this, and people think you only deal with the small stuff. Along the way, there's going to be a driver driving in front of you that keeps stepping on his brake lights, never uses his blinker, and is going 15 miles an hour below the speed limit. How are you doing? You might want to practice with that so you can handle bigger things. There. That's the teachings. Do you understand that? You do not have to resist everything you're resisting. Because I'm telling you a secret. If you notice, you resist everything. Either you resist that it's happening, you resist that it did happen, you resist that it might happen. Okay? Like I ask you, do you know what the word worry means? It means, does it mean it happened? No, I don't worry about what happened. It already happened. I worry that it might happen. Wow. Guess what might happen? Everything, anything. But certain ones I worry about, which the ones that bothered you from before. Here, you have a job. Last time you had a job, you got fired. AI came in. You got fired. All right? And you lost your job. And all of a sudden, you met somebody because you were looking for a job and you fell in love and you both got a job together that they didn't need AI doing stuff. And all of a sudden, it's a wonderful experience about being fired. Well, the next time somebody says, you might get fired, wow, that'd be exciting. I wonder. It's based on your past experiences. And you worry about, I like the word worry. I love these things that we talk about that we never talk about. People tell you, well, if you're worried, take care of it. Go on, get a big bank account or do this or fix your, what you look like or get things, be more attractive, drive a nicer car. The people, don't worry, just do something about it. I can't even talk about that. You now sat there and put in everything you act and say and do. You are investing and putting that energy from inside into the outside. And it will come back. That's not a punishment. If I have a vat of paint and I put some red in it, it's going to turn red. If you have anger or insecurity or all that kind of stuff going on inside and you worry that you might not get what you want, so you take that energy. How you like sitting around somebody who worries all the time? Every time you see them, I say, oh my God, I'm so scared this might happen. I'm afraid my husband might leave you. Well, has he said he didn't leave? No, he said he loves me more than anything, but how do I know it's true? Sally's husband left. Yeah, but they had big fights before. Have you had any fights? No, but it might happen. Good luck, because you have trouble living in there. It's not fun to be around that person, is it? Well, it's not fun to have that person inside of you either. And when that person comes out, you're dumping energy into the world. And we say it'll come back. I like that this karma's not a punishment. Like I said, it's not a punishment. If you put red in the vat, it turns red. It's not a punishment. You take junky energy and throw it into the world. You dumped on somebody else. So you wake up and you realize, if I am resisting in here, two things are happening. One, I'm not letting the energy pass through. Therefore, it's storing inside. Why? Because you won't let it go through because you're holding on to it. It's called suppression, repression, denial, all the psychological. I just call it resistance. It doesn't need some fancy psychological name. We have to push it to the point where it becomes a disease or something, right? It just is a dis-ease to resist, right? So if you're resisting, it stays. Do you understand that? It can't go because you won't let it. Does it ever come back up? What do you do with it? You push it back down. See? It's there. You're keeping it. What are you keeping? That energy that you couldn't handle. Well, what's the alternative? Handle it. But I don't like it. You can't convince me I should like it. I didn't say you should like it. I didn't say it shouldn't bother you. I said you should handle the fact that it bothers you. Can you handle the fact that something bothers you? And don't say no because you do it all the time. Ever play sports? Ever play volleyball and get the black and blue mark on your hand when you block the thing? Or anything, right? Ever play competitive sports and enjoy what you're doing and, just put your heart into it and so on. And then you lose. You keep playing. You hear me? I'll do better next time. Those are beautiful things. You handle stuff, don't you? Well, then there's stuff you can't handle. I can't handle it. We lost. I'll never play again. There we go. There's somebody who couldn't handle it. There's somebody who could handle it. So not everything has to feel good or be good or seem what you want. You're not going to always get what you want. Are you always going to get what you want? Handle it. Not suppress it. Not cope with it. Those are not letting it go. Learn to handle that you're not always going to get what you want. And then it's okay. And it was, again, what does handle mean? Don't resist. Don't push it away. Well, don't I have to store it somewhere? No, it's just storing it rash. Oh, I can understand. For everything is a season. There are times when people win, times people lose. This is my time to lose. That's just rationalization. That's just find a way that I can sit in there. Do it. Please do it. Don't listen to me. But I want you to understand what we're talking about. That's not letting go. That's manipulating it to where you can deal with it. As opposed to, a great master doesn't do that. Great master comes in, they experience it, let it go back to God. Back to God. Right? Robert Krishna, they asked him, great master, do you ever feel anger? Does an enlightened being ever feel anger? I read that in the 70s. It blew me away. He said, yes, but it's like riding on water. That's what I just said. If you ride on water, what difference does it make? It doesn't last even for a billionth of a second, does it? What you wrote. Right? This comes in, it passes through. Comes in, it passes through. You are capable of doing that. And so I teach you, at least do it with the driver in front of you. You're in there complaining, telling him to drive faster, doesn't see the speed limit sign, come on, right? They don't hear you. That is resistance that has no value. You're just making yourself sick. Do you do it? You do it with all kinds of things. I call that low-hanging fruit. What's low-hanging fruit? The cost of doing it is 100%. Makes you uptight, anxious. The benefit is zero. You learn this, and you learn to say, I'm going to start to not resist. There's a chapter in the Untethered Soul called The Spiritual Path of Non-Resistance. The spiritual path of non-resistance. You're willing, not the outside, you're willing to inside. Let it pass through. Because the choice is to keep it and let it bother you, or to dump it out because you can't handle it. And both are not very productive. So the whole discussion we were talking about is the world unfolds. You're looking at it from the bottom up. And all you see is what you don't want, what might happen, what did happen that you don't like. The whole Michigan, the whole thing in there is made of that, isn't it? Okay? As opposed to, I am seated in the seat of self, looking down at the garbage that I collected. And heck, if I'm going to let that run my life. And from up here, you start letting it go. How? Let's say I should have 1 minute left. Good, right? It's so easy. You don't need some big seminars. Ready? You can have them. Here's how you do it. 1, don't put more in. Every day you put more in, don't you? I don't like what he said. I don't like how he looked at me. I don't like how he didn't look at me. I dare you to notice you're making a mess of yourself every single day. And then it comes back and bothers you the next day. I shouldn't have said that, or I can't believe what I do. Ever wake up worrying about what somebody didn't say or did say, or hear me? I did not do that. When it happens, let it pass through. Don't take any more on. You see how hard they are to let go of once they're in there for a long time? They become ingrained. You say, that's just how I am. No, it's not how you are. You are the self. You're looking down at some ingrained patterns, habit patterns inside. So you let go. If you let go of the little things, nothing so little is not worth letting go of. It's just practice. Just like you practice the piano, you practice sport, you practice letting go. Practice non-resistance. I hope you hear this, because you'll go home and you'll see immediately how much you do it. You resist all the time. Start letting go. Just look at it. Is this worth resisting? That's witness waking up. And eventually you'll notice that you can handle the small stuff And instead of close down quick, I guarantee you, if you can handle the small stuff, you can handle the next level up. Why? Because you learn. If you can play scales, you can play Twinkle Twinkle. Play Twinkle Twinkle, you can play something else. It's the same thing inside. And you will eventually learn, I have been messing up my own life and blaming everybody else. And you'll get to a point where you don't blame anybody ever again for anything. You handle it, then deal with it. You don't blame, no. That doesn't do any good. What's the purpose of that? No guilt, no shame. That's just let go. Just keep letting go. Eventually, you will have handled everything. You can handle it as it happens. And as you let go, not only is there not this resistant energy and all that garbage, you start feeling the Shakti. That's what Shakti is. It's not just something somebody gives you or this or that to work for. You are made of Shakti. That's what's in there. It's this beautiful spiritual energy that's pouring inside. It will intoxicate you day and night. It's literally going on inside of you. Why? Because the other thing's not going on inside of you. You get to choose. Do you want neurosis, worry, fear, anxiety, or love and peace and well-being? All right? Learn to let go. And as you let go, more and more Shakti comes. As you'll go more and more Shakti comes. Till you get to the point where really big stuff happens. There can be really big stuff that happens that's difficult to deal with, yes or no? What do you see when you start to let go of that? Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Doesn't mean it doesn't bother you. Doesn't mean you don't feel fear. Like I used it the other day. I tell somebody, the state of being fearless doesn't mean you don't have fear. It means you're not afraid of having fear. You're not afraid. Fear passes through just like everything else, just like the anger and anything else. Okay, yes, there's some fear. But if you resist the fear, now you live with the fear. And so you just keep learning that the more you let go, the more Shakti there is. Until you become a Shakti machine that becomes your whole life. And eventually it will be your whole life. That's all it's about. It's just about not resisting and welcoming the spirit. All right? Okay. Jagger.
You've been listening to the Michael Singer Podcast, produced by Sounds True in partnership with Shanti Publications. For more information on Michael's body of work and all back episodes, please join us at michaelsingerpodcast.com. Thanks so much for listening. Sounds True, waking up the world.